All right, folks, we got some breaking news, and I think this is one that we have been waiting for to occur, and that is Aaron Glenn has been hired as the head coach of the New York Jets. It just occurred right now. Breaking news. He is going to be the head coach of the Jets, and we no longer have our defensive coordinator. Just popped up here on Pride of Detroit. Defensive coordinator Glenn will be the next head coach of the New York Jets, according to several reports. Glenn leaves the Lions after serving their defensive coordinator the past 4 seasons. Glenn's a second coordinator. The third coach of the Lions loses promotion elsewhere this week. Offensive coordinator Ben Johnson accepted the job of the Chicago Bears. Blah, 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 blah. In Detroit, blah, 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 blah. He got it. He's a good coach, Campbell said. So there you go. We now have a spot open for defensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions as Aaron Glenn departs. Now, what does this mean with his departure? What does this mean for, the Lions? Well, obviously, we got to get a new defensive coordinator. This could be Shep. That could be an interesting one. A linebackers coach that we currently have jumping in to be defensive coordinator. It makes a lot of sense from that aspect. Or they could go out elsewhere to find defensive talent, right? We've heard rumors of Robert Saleh and stuff like that. Either way, it looks like that the Lions, we're going to have completely new coaches and have an opportunity to have something new here in Detroit for a long time. And that's kind of intriguing if you ask me. So in the comments right now, give me a one-word reaction to this. First off, Aaron Glenn, congratulations to getting the head coaching job for the New York Jets. Really, congratulations. A huge shout-out to you for getting that. I think it's awesome. Now, look, he's going to AFC, so we don't have to worry about that. He's got to deal with Karen Rodgers over there. That's going to be intriguing. But the Detroit Lions going to get 2 compensatory draft picks, 2 third-round draft picks. We get one this year, so we're going to have a 2025 third-round pick now. I just made a video earlier talking about our what draft picks we have, and let me update you. Right now on the draft picks specifically, we got round 1, round 2. Now we're going to have a round 3 with Aaron Glenn. 4, we don't have a 5, we have 6 and 2 7s. And then next year in the 2026 draft, we also will get an additional third-round draft pick. You get 2 third-round draft picks for the hiring of a minority coach to become a head coach. So that is a huge positive aspect of this. So the Detroit Lions are going to get something back in return. Today's show is sponsored by Game Time, the fastest and easiest way to buy tickets to sporting events, concerts, comedy shows, or whatever. Their lowest price is guaranteed. That's the Game Time guaranteed. And going to a game is much better than being in the house. Pistons are traveling to Chicago to face the Bulls. And our friends from Game Time has a new feature. It's called Game Time Picks. And what this does, it filters out all the fluff. You give you the best deals on seats. You're not spending hours looking for tickets on different ticketing sites. It's just incredible deals, what it is. And how do you find this? Well, you go into Game Time, you look to the venue you want to go to in a 3D view. Select the Game Time Picks button on top of the screen, and it automatically does the research for you, and it filters out the tickets in the database, give you the best deals and seats, so you're not spending hours on a bunch of different ticketing sites trying to find the best tickets. You can get exclusive flash deals on tickets for football, baseball, basketball, concerts, and more. And a middle screenshot, by the way, I think it's a fantastic feature of the app. It shows where your seat is, move phone left to right. You can see this around an area, kind of like a 3D live photo. Also, all pricing is right there for you. There's no hidden fees at checkout. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time today. If you're new to Game Time, put in Chat Sports and you're going to get $20 off your very first purchase. How do you do that? You go to the redeem code section, plug in Chat Sports, you get $20 off your first purchase. Terms to apply. You got to create an email to save that money. The link is going to be in the comment section and description of this video. So if you're buying Lions tickets this year, make sure you're using Game Time. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets and lowest prices guaranteed. Also, Aaron Glenn is taking Mark Brunell with him to the New York Jets. So we are also losing our quarterbacks coach in Mark Brunell. Now, the Lions, again, can promote within, and I think Mark Brunell was a really good coach for Jared Goff, and he's going to go out there and help whoever he wants to help out with. And now you're going to hear about rumors about Hendon Hooker, right? That type of stuff's going to come up throughout the all off season because the New York Jets and their situation at the quarterback position with Aaron Rodgers is quite a mess. So we're going to be hearing that. We're not going to talk about that today, but Aaron Glenn is taking Mark Brunell with him, another good coach leaving the Detroit Lions. The Lions are getting gutted with some of these coaches, but is very much to be expected. This is what happens when you're a good football team, and the Lions are a good football team, so we are getting gutted there. What should on all the aspect of this too, it's not just that we're losing a coach, but what is it going forward for the Lions? What is it going to be like? Well, when it comes to the future of the defense, I'm actually excited that Aaron Glenn is going to be going to the Jets and leaving the Lions. I personally, now I don't know about you guys, but I know he did much better this year, but I was ready for a fresh face on the defense for many years, and I think getting a fresh face is not necessarily a bad thing defensively. It's not. And I think it could actually benefit the Lions. Now, unlike Ben Johnson's situation there, where I do think there's going to be a situation. Look, Ben Johnson, the number one offense. Is it going to be the same? No. Is it still? I think it's still going to be an elite offense, really good. But is it going to be? I don't know. There's going to be an adjustment period, I think, offensively. The defense, I think, actually could be a positive aspect for this defense to get a fresh face, a different philosophy out there. I'm not going to lie. All the times that we blitzed, I would get irritated sometimes. Some of the play calling would irritate me, or some of the designs that they would do. Some would be great, some would be not so great, and I like more consistency. And so that was something that did bother me a little bit, but so I'm not upset about Aaron Glenn getting this job. I'm not upset at all. I'm actually excited for the future of this football team defensively. I am. Because you think about all the players that we're going to be getting back. We're going to get Aiden Hutchinson back. If they decide to bring back Derek Barnes, he is a free agent. I think they will, right? You're going to get Lee McNeil at some point is going to come back. I think it's going to be a little bit longer. It could go into next season, but eventually he's going to come back. So we're corners that's been banged up, whether they come back or not, it's going to be healthier. The defense got gutted, and so you're getting the players coming back, and maybe a new scheme will help as well. It could help as well. Again, you're like, where's the green screen, Mike? We had a crazy snowstorm, and I just couldn't drive. And I left it at a person's house because I streamed over there for the game. So that's there. Aaron Glenn. And Mark Brunell, gone. And Terrell Williams, earlier today, gone. Going to the Patriots with Vrabel. So we're losing coaches. Fear not, though. We develop coaches. We're going to bring other coaches in that's going to help this team out. And by the way, it's Dan Campbell is the main guy. Dan Campbell is the head coach, right? He has been doing this. He's got a grasp of this team. He knows exactly what he wants for his coordinators. He knows exactly what he needs to get for his coaches to help this team out. This team is also a veteran football team, so it's not going to be a situation, I think, where it's going to be a crushing blow. Maybe it will be slow, but a crushing blow, I don't think so. Just too much talent with players. And you got Dan Campbell as the head coach, and I think he does get undervalued as a head coach, and I think people just assume he's a moron, and that's just not the case. Does he make some clunky decisions here and there? Yeah, but he's not. So does every head coach, in my opinion, make some boneheaded mistakes. I mean, it's just the way that it is, but I don't think he's an epic moron. Again, in the comments right now, let me know your thoughts about Aaron Glenn becoming the head coach of the New York Jets. and what he's going to be bringing to the Jets out there. To the Jets fans that you're listening to this, you're getting a guy who is very mature and adult, disciplined. He's definitely a head coach material, 100%. How he acts, you'll see it in his press conference. He's very authentic human being. He loves to talk smack. He talks a lot of smack, but it's all fun and love. That's what he does. So you're going to have a guy that's going to be chewing people on the sidelines. You're going to have a guy that's going to get into players a little bit. And but he is loving in the same way. So he is definitely a head coach material. There's no doubt about it. His schemes could be off, though. If he is going to be doing your guys' defense, it's going to be interesting because he'll have good games and he'll have bad games. So who will be his defensive coordinator? He's going to allow that guy to call his own plays. We shall see for your guys' defense. Offensively, I have no idea what they're really going to bring. If Mark Brunell, I don't know exactly what he's going to be. If he's going to be the OC or just the quarterback's coach or whatever. Excited, can't tell what he is right now. But who knows he's going to bring your guys' offense and who's gonna run that. So it can't be any worse than what you've all had. It's been some bad over there, but you're getting a good guy. We'll see if he actually works out, but he is a head coach material. He is a head coaching material, but we shall see. You'll see it too. It'll be interesting to see how successful Glenn is as a head coach of the Jets. Now, for me, I can look at the Jets and be like, hey, I may want to root for them a little bit sometimes because they got some of our coaches over there. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Adios.